Look, 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 look. Look, 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 look at this. Somebody come look at this. Look at this. Somebody come and look at
Hi CP family, this is your big sister Asia. I am foster mom Cheryl, oldest daughter. We're going to start off today by making her famous onion burgers. So first things first, start with clean hands. I just washed them, just dried them. We don't got time for COVID and stomach viruses. I'm going to start with cutting my onion, and then once I'm done with that, we're going to go on to making our batter. I'm going to cut the ends off first. And so with the onion burgers, we like to use the big Vandalia onion. And so I'm going to peel it and get the skin off, and then we'll make big slices to dip in our batter. Don't touch your eyes after doing this. Put these in the trash. Mom's fancy, so I don't have to be dirty and touch the trash can. Rinse them. Okay. I'm also going to start our frying pan so our oil can heat up. Again, mom is very fancy. On here, this this cooktop, it has a fry option. Once you turn it on, you press function, go to fry. Oh, I got to tell y'all something about the behind the scenes. So I picked the pretty little iridescent knife that mom has. But she said, no. How about, do you want this knife or do you want the big purple knife? I said, I think you want me to have the big purple knife. And she said, yeah, so now I got the big purple knife.
Oh, y'all know she did.
Pretty big. You want to be enough to cover your hamburger. And then once I'm done with this, we'll go ahead and mix the batter. I'm not going to separate them, keep it together. And it's cut. I'm going to set these aside. And then we're going to start on the onion batter. So, this is the brand. This is not sponsored. This is what you like to use. Full package. I'm gonna just use my knife to open it. I'm not using it for nothing else. I'm gonna use a full package. So now we have to put in a half a cup of water. This is ice cold water, so it actually has ice in it, and we used it from the cold spot of the water dispenser. I'm going to stir it so it doesn't clump up as I'm pouring. It says use a half a cup, but I go until I'm comfortable. When the ancestors say stop. Uh-oh. Some of my ice went in there. But that's okay, because it's supposed to be ice cold. You don't always have to follow the instructions completely, but that's what they say you should do. But here in our house, we don't. If we use the cake mix box, and they say put water and oil in it, we don't. We do milk and butter. That's the fun thing about cooking. You can make it your own. You don't always have to follow the rules, except for when it comes to baking, though. With baking, if you don't put the right proportions in and stuff like that, it can cause you to mess up. But say, for instance, like a cake. When we were little, and my mom used to bake her cakes, the first thing she's gonna yell, "Don't be running and jumping around the house. You gonna make my cake fall." So that's the first one. And then the next thing is preheating the oven. If you don't preheat the oven, you can unevenly cook your cake. All of these are things she taught me since I've been in the kitchen. I was the first one in the kitchen with her, not my sisters. Then, if you don't use the right, portions when it comes to like baking soda and the flour and all of that, if you don't have enough of certain things, your cake can be doughy or flaky, or if you put too much air in it, it's gonna fluff up real big and you have big air pockets. So, it's different ways when cooking. My batter is still a little thick, so I'm gonna add more water. I think that'll be enough this time around. Yeah. Make sure you scrape down your edges of your bowl. And see, it's almost like a cake batter. And this is the wet batter for frying the onions that we're going to use as buns for our burger. Okay guys, this does come with seasoning, but as I said, we don't always do everything by the box. So we're going to add complete seasoning, some Slap Your Mama, and garlic, onion, and salt. I have high blood pressure, so I don't use a lot of salt. And as I said, you guys can measure how you want to. A lot of people like to get out measuring spoons. As you can see, Mom has those, but I've been cooking long enough not to need those. I shake till the ancestors say stop. It's gonna look like once you add the seasoning in. I'm gonna stir that so you can get all of the seasons incorporated and everything will taste the same. I don't like touching meat. I don't like putting my hand right in the batter. You can ask my mom. I always wear gloves. So she got me gloves. Always scrape your spoon. Yeah, I don't be talking about me. These are my workout clothes. So we're gonna take our, I need to check and make sure that the oil is good. little bit of water. That wasn't enough. We gotta get it cracked. There you go. You hear the pot? They have little temperature gauges you can use to measure it, but whenever we fry chicken, whenever we do these, this is how we know if the grease is ready or not. You take your onion, dip it in the batter, make sure it's fully covered. It's fully covered. Shake the excess off. Now we're gonna add it over to the oil. You don't want it sizzling and going too bad. That means it's too high. And then your onions are gonna burn. I'm trying to push my middle piece back in. Y'all see when they get crispy on the edges like this, you can flip it. I don't want to splash the grease on mine, so I'm gonna help it. I got a spatula.
I think I heard a phone ringing. Here come the request line.
You want the lettuce with no bread.
So you want just sauteed onions?
You can flip mine. You can do is keep the circle onion.
You just don't want. You keep it circle. You just don't want no batter.
Yep.
Okay.
No batter. And stir mine in the pan. And then put me a lettuce on mine.
Somehow, Lily, even though she don't be in the kitchen, she always make requests. But did I lie though?
You did not. I do have requests, and I do like y'all to make my stuff a certain way. You should have made it like that the first time, and then I wouldn't know how I like it. But since y'all make stuff a certain way, I'll be like, this ain't how you did it last time.
Literally.
You had
Something off. Something
I should be a food critic.
something is off. This not how you do this.
I be like, what you miss? Then, as soon as I say it, she be like, oh, last time I had put a little Tay seasoning. I tried something different. Don't try nothing different with that Tay seasoning like you did last time.
Put mine the same way. I'm gonna go ahead and season both of them at the same time. And you have to put a little extra on turkey or chicken and stuff like that so that it holds flavor. Complete seasoning. Garlic, salt, and pepper. I'm not gonna use a lot of this because it's got salt in it, and the Slappy Mama has salt in it. You do not use the same hand for the turkey as you do the ham. I mean the hamburger. You need to do separate gloves. So you can go ahead and get in there, mix it around really good, get all the seasoning incorporated into all your meat. I'm gonna add a little more. In the hamburger. I didn't see enough seasoning in the rest of it. Excuse me. And Cajun seasoning make you sneeze. One of my favorite chefs say if you ain't sneezing, it ain't seasoning. Alright, that's done. I always flip my gloves inside out so we're not spreading salmonella and everything else around. Okay, and then another trick you can use with your turkey burgers, add an egg into your mixture, your meat mixture, and it'll help bind it together to keep the turkey burger together. So, I'm gonna add an egg. Make sure you mix it up really well so you're not eating scrambled egg burgers. While you're cooking, you can multitask too. Usually we have dishwater going, like these extra onions over here for the lettuce wraps, and the other burgers just are going, and I'll take these out soon. And then we'll start making up the patties to fry the burgers. And another good thing is you can use the same pan so you're not messing up a whole bunch of dishes. Okay, I think I have my egg well incorporated in here. I'm going to take my onions out of the pan, and then I'm going to form the turkey burger patties. Okay, now we got our onions all cooked down and caramelized, so I'm going to add them in a bowl with a paper towel so that we can drain some of the oil. And our family really likes onions, as you can see. I'm going to scoop these out. And the paper towel will soak up the excess oil. And don't y'all be looking at my nails. I gotta get my nails done. Okay, next, so now we're gonna form our patties. We're gonna start with the turkey burgers. So, an easy way for you to keep the mess down and to form your patties, you're gonna use parchment paper. When you use your parchment paper so it doesn't stick to your meat, or it helps minimize it sticking to your meat, you're gonna put oil on your paper. You're gonna spread it out, and you're gonna come all the way over because you're gonna flip the paper over onto the hamburger patty or the turkey burger patty, whichever one. And come all the way over, all the way over. All right, I'm gonna get the burger, form a little ball. I don't know how much, like how many ounces of meat this is. I just go with what I'm comfortable with. And put it on the parchment paper. Flip the paper over. And take my glove off. Not everybody is as particular as me, so in your house you do what you want. I'm gonna do this at my mom's house. Take your smasher and smash it down on the parchment paper. I'm trying to make sure it's all even all around. Alright. Put my masher down. I'm gonna take my paper. Open it up. Flip it over. Or you can use the paper to put your burger in so the oil doesn't splash up under it. I wasn't too comfortable. I thought I was gonna drop it. So that's burger one. It's about the same amount. Put it on. Flip the paper. Take our smasher. Try to give it as even as you can. Open it up. Cut off the parchment paper. And we have burger number 2. And from those onions that you cooked in here earlier, it has now seasoned your oil that will also help flavor your meat. Those are your turkey burgers. Just put another burger in there. Once these crisp up and brown on the outside and they're good and finished in the middle, I'll take those out and put these last 2 in. Smash it out as even as you can. And now we got 2 more burgers. I'm right-handed, but so we can get a better view, I'm going to use my left hand to flip it. Let's see if these are done. I think that's done. I don't know about that. Turkey burgers. Look at that good, nice little brown crisp. See all the flavor from the onions. Now I'm going to put these 2 in there. Remember, you can use your parchment paper to help you flip it out. There's 1. Okay, the parchment paper I use for the turkey burgers and the glove I use for the turkey burgers, this is all one. Flip it inside out so none of that gets on your hand. Throw it in the garbage. Then we're going to get a fresh piece of parchment paper for your hamburger meat. Fresh glove for your hamburger meat. Okay, this is for your ground beef hamburger. We're going to make sure we get oil all over the paper. You should use like oil with a high smoke point. Don't use like olive oil. Use like avocado oil, sunflower seed oil, stuff like that. Grapeseed oil, so that your kitchen won't be too smoky. And sometimes too, if you have your oil too high, it'll make your kitchen really smoky. Okay, we're gonna measure out our burgers. Like I said, I don't know the exact ounces. We're just going with what we're comfortable with. I think that's a good size. I'm gonna do 1. 2. You see, you can spread the oil all over. You're gonna flip it over. You're gonna get your masher. You're gonna do the same thing you did with the turkey burgers. I'm gonna flip this shortly. Try to make it as even as you can so that your burgers won't cook unevenly. And then another reason that we smash our burgers before we put them in the oil or your grease, you don't want to, first of all, press your juices out into the oil. For one, it'll make it pop everywhere. For two, you're smashing all your flavor out of it. And then also, you don't want to dry it out. Burgers, smashed. I'm going to flip these turkey burgers and take the other one out, and then we'll get the hamburger started in there. Nice and brown. Nice and brown. This one can come out. It's smaller. The kiddos can have this one. Hamburger. And then I'll make some more patties to put over there. And then once we're done with this, we will start prepping our veggies that we're going to use for the burger. We're still using the same skillet with the flavored oil in it, so you don't have to mess up a lot of it. Try to make the little balls as tight as I can, so that when I smash them out, they're not smashing into each other. Ooh, hamburger. Burger one. I think I got it even enough. Burger two. Okay, also again, remember while your meat is cooking in the skillet, you don't want to smash it down in there. You know, try to make sure you get a little even crisp up here, and you can actually push the oil up around the sides of your burger. So I'm gonna lift and check and see how brown we got on the other side. Yep, I think it's time to flip. You don't have a sleight of hand. It can be a little difficult. Don't worry, I'm gonna wash my hands after touching the hamburger meat because I don't like touching meat. We're always keeping good personal hygiene while we're in the kitchen. You don't want to pass around any viruses or germs. We always sanitize our hands when cooking, your utensils, and as you can see, we got a bowl right there because when we're done, we're going to wash it and we use bleach in our dishwater. On both sides, I'm going to take it out of the oil. I'm going to put it over here on this side. Okay, as you can see, the burger is crisp all the way around and brown on both sides. And I'm going to use a glove to press down on my burger. If it springs back at you like that, you know it's well done. Okay, we have been working with raw meat, raw vegetables, all of that. You want to make sure that you always clean your station. Always keep up with keeping your station clean. So you can use Clorox disinfectant wipe, kills 99.99% of germs. Use it, wipe it down really good. Or use you some bleach spray, kitchen cleaner, all of that, but always make sure that it, kills salmonella, all the little icky nasty stuff from working with raw meat. Because you can get yourself sick, get your family sick if you're not keeping up with keeping your station in your area clean. Okay, everybody, so now I'm going to get ready to start assembling my burger. But I love everything on my burger. If I'm making a burger at home, lettuce, you can ask my mama. I'm even like this with sandwiches. I'm not eating no regular sandwich. I'm putting lettuce, tomatoes, onion, mayo, crisp onions, pickle onion, everything going on my burger, and cheese, or on my sandwich. I used to make my mama mad all the time when I used to come home from school. She could be fasting, doing whatever she's doing, but I'm in the kitchen cutting up. So we're gonna do a tomato and romaine lettuce on mine. I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna clean it, then I'm going to cut it so that I can assemble my burger. So I have my veggie wash, and this is what I'm gonna use to wash my lettuce and my tomatoes. You always make sure when getting your stuff out of the supermarket, you always wanna make sure you clean it. It's in dirt, people's hands touch it. I done seen people do stuff imaginable with their hands in the grocery store. One day I was at Aldi's, this lady was all the way down her pants like nobody was looking at her. Clean your vegetables.
Well, sir, you don't mean.
Now I'm working on cleaning my romaine lettuce. I'm gonna spray all the leaves and let it sit for a little bit, then rinse it all off. Make sure you got your really sharp knife, because otherwise you're gonna smash your tomato everywhere. So slice them as thick or as thin as you want to. That one's gonna be a little thin. That one's a little thicker. Alright, I'm ready to assemble my burger. Okay, so I'm gonna assemble my burger. This is my burger, nobody else's burger, my burger. So Nene can't have my burger, Lily can't have my burger, Mama can't have my, this is my burger. Well, I'll show what Mama does. Okay, so I'm gonna do the onion burger. So I'm gonna get one of my fried onions for the bottom. I want hamburger. So I'm gonna do hamburger. I got my favorite cheese. Mama thought about me. We got smoked Gouda cheese. It's my favorite for my burgers. So I'm gonna open it up. Get my little smoked Gouda piece out. You can also put your cheese on your burgers right when you take it off, because out of the oil, because it'll be still really, really hot and it'll help melt the cheese. All right, my smoked piece. And close this back up. And then I'm going to do my tomato. And if you want to, you can put it in the microwave, use some residual heat from your pan to melt your cheese on your burger, but I ain't worried about all that because this is my burger. So, I'm going to put my smoked Gouda, my tomato. This is my romaine lettuce that I washed and dried. I patted dry. I'm going to just break my little lettuce in half. Put it on here. I usually do mayo, sauce, all that stuff, but I'm going to use the secret ranch sauce. I'm gonna pop this baby open. Oh, I gotta open it. We're gonna use it to drizzle. Shake, 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 shake. You can use as little or as much as you want. And then, so I usually do mayo and everything on my burger, so I'm going to take my mayo and get my little knife, and I'm going to add that on top of my onion piece. Spread it. Take my little onion piece, put it right on top. That's because I made it.
Yeah, look at that.
So, check her out. My mouth is really little, so I'm gonna cut my burger in half so I can bite it. All right, y'all. Okay, y'all, now you can use toothpicks and all of that at home if you want to keep it stacked up on top of each other. So I had to split mine down the middle. We like our burgers well done. We didn't do steak burgers today, so we don't need to see no pink. Uh-oh. It's so juicy, it's falling apart. All right. 1, 2. Perfect. You can taste the burger, it's really, really juicy. That comes from smashing the burgers before you put them in the oil, so all your juice is gonna come out. And you can even taste all the oniony flavor from the oil from cooking the onions in the oil. Now we're working on assembling another burger. We have buttered the pan, and now we're gonna put our buns inside down to toast. 1, 2, 3, 4. You see that nice little brown crisp, not too done, not too raw. 1, 2. 3, 4. I'm gonna turn this off. Okay, so you can do it with your cheese on the bottom. So I'll do one with cheese on the bottom. Do one with cheese on the top. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start assembling the burger. I'm going to do hamburger. Then we have our lettuce. Usually all the water get caught on the paper towel. And Break it in half. Got some tomato. I'm gonna put the secret sauce on this one. Some of those caramelized onions. Uh-oh. I don't even do that much. But you can never have too much secret sauce, I guess. Some of those on top. And got this one. And get us a tomato. Cut us some tomatoes. And put one of these, one of our crisp onions. Put it on top. Put us some cheese. You can use whatever kind of cheese you like. This time we're going to use American. Probably should put this on top of the burger. Let's go down here. That's probably over. All right. Top it off. Look how big and pretty that is.
Take it off.
Okay.
Well, give it to me. All right.
10? Okay.
We're 100 out of 100.
Oh, she took a big bite. What you think? Tell your sister what she did.
10 out of 10. Really good.
Thank you, thank you.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
It is this good. Falling apart, but it's good.
And Asia, Ashley is picking it up and biting it. The big bird.
And she a picky eater.
Yeah. There you go.
I'm almost
The
thinking
messy burgers are the best.
Messiest, yep. Huh?
I'm almost done with mine.
Yep, you're almost done.
Our next burger, we're making the next one, and we're gonna use Hawaiian buns for this. My favorite. At our house, we always love Hawaiian burgers. Well, Hawaiian bread. My kids will eat this just like this. So, the skillet was already buttered. Putting the buns in there, getting it all buttered up. We're gonna do that one, and then we're gonna do one more onion burger. So I'm gonna start assembling the onion burger. We're gonna do this one on the bottom. And then we have pre-sliced Kobe Jack cheese. Make sure you got clean hands. Don't be touching on everybody's food with no dirty hands. We're gonna use turkey for this one. Put this in the fridge. Get us a turkey for this one. We'll get us a tomato. We're gonna use the ranch for this one. You can use whatever flavor you like, but we like hidden ranch. I mean, any brand you want, but we like hidden ranch. Top that off with a piece of lettuce and our other piece of onion. Boom. Kobe Jack Ranch onion burger. Okay, y'all, we got our Hawaiian bun nice and toasted. We're going to do turkey burger. Turkey. Put that on the bottom. Now, since the Hawaiian bun is kind of sweet already, we're gonna go with that. So we're gonna use some honey mustard with it this time around. So I'm gonna put our tomato, nice good piece of lettuce. I'm gonna break it. Nice and flat. We're gonna do some of our caramelized onions this time. Yeah, they so good. You can eat these by themselves. Gonna get us some honey mustard. Drizzle that on top. If you had some of that honey or maple bacon to put on top, that would be so awesome with this too. We'll use Swiss cheese this time around. If I can get it open, y'all. Why y'all almost let me leave the cheese off? Gotta have a good cheeseburger. All right, y'all. And this is our Swiss honey mustard Hawaiian bun burger.
Okay, CP family, now there you have it. Our famous onion burgers. So look, don't forget to hit that like button so quick, so fast to support our kiddos and our channel. And thank you once again. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on so much more. Until next time, bye.